Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm so happy it's Saturday. I'm so happy it's not snowing in Cleveland, Ohio today. Yay, the snow is melting. And I'm Denyse from Artist Heart Paint Party. I'm so happy you joined me again today. And if you're new, welcome so much. I have been doing the drawing and painting and coloring videos now. This is ending our 5th week. I'm not positive, but I think today is our 28th episode, which is amazing. I've had some of you guys from the very beginning, which I greatly appreciate, and new people every single day, which is awesome also. So thanks again so much for joining me. Behind the scenes is Joe. Joe's in his home in another city in Willoughby, Ohio, and Joe is my nephew. He is running behind the scenes. So every time you guys are chatting with each other, Joe will respond to you. But if you've been here from the beginning, you are welcome to respond to those people that are new, that are chatting. You guys are welcome to share where you're from if you want to. And at the end, I love to bring people on to show their artwork, to share something. Yesterday, we had the girls from Florida doing magic, okay? So I love it. Whatever you guys want to share with me is fantastic. I greatly enjoy it. It's my favorite part of the show, so I try not to rush through the art so much. You know, sometimes I do that. I get excited to see you guys, and I rush through the project. But today, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to go a little slower just so you guys can keep up with me. But if you can't keep up, you can rewatch it. So this is recorded. It's live right now on Facebook and YouTube, and it's recorded on both of those sites. So you can go back and watch the videos on either one. So I'm going to warm up today. I'm going to do two. I'm going to warm up my hands before I start my artwork. I'm just going to use some simple white paper. I also like to use canvas. And if you don't have white paper or canvas, use whatever you have. Cardboard, newspaper, whatever it is that you have around, use it. So I'm going to draw out the shoe. Just for those of you that don't want to do the dance shoe, I'm going to draw out the shoe. You can also draw your own shoe. You can draw your favorite shoe. Actually, Joe, show him your shoes you used to paint. Joe used, well, he still does, I suppose, but Joe likes to get white tennis shoes and then hand paint them and sell them online, which is pretty amazing. Joe is 15 years old, and I thought those are really cool. I said, can you show them, on the camera? And he said, I sold them. So that's really awesome. Again, he, I believe, uses acrylic paint. Joe, I'm pretty sure you use acrylic paint for those. But you can go get a pair of your favorite shoes and sit there and look at it and draw them or color them the way you want to on a piece of paper. Don't paint your shoes unless you ask permission, okay? So that is a way to design shoes. You can be an artist who designs shoes. You could be a fashion designer. So first I'm going to start with the shoe, just in case you don't want to do the ballet one. And I will do the ballet one after. I'm just using a black marker. If I were going to do this on my own, I would start with a pencil, but you guys won't be able to see it on the screen. So I'm going to start with a black marker. I will start in the center. So think center of your paper. And we'll start with this famous whoosh. Whoosh, the famous Nike symbol. You don't like Nike? Don't do Nike. Do whatever kind of shoe you want. I was trying to think of the most popular. Keeping up with the kids, keeping up with the times and the trends. I'm not great at that. I wear what's good for my feet, where I can stand and walk comfortably. I am not a flip-flop wearer because those are not good for my feet. You want to do flip-flops? Do you flip? I like wearing flip-flops on the beach, don't get me wrong there. But walking around in public, yeah, I can't do that. Horizontal line, vertical line. This could be your sloppy copy. It could be your good one. It's up to you. If you don't like it, do it again and do it again and do it again. Practice, practice, practice. It's like anything else. You have to practice at it. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Just like sports, if you don't get the basketball in the basket hoop, the first shot, you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. And even though sports like professional baseball and basketball are not happening right now, I guarantee you that those players are still practicing. I'm sure LeBron James is shooting hoops at his house. Because, if you stop doing it, you're going to not be as good. So I'm sure LeBron James is still good, don't get me wrong. But again, if he just quit and stopped, he would need to, start up again. So the same is with art. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And then if you want to add stitches, and you know what, if you have shoes with cleats, you can put little pointy cleats. If you want to add stitches, it's just a broken dotted line going around some of the areas. You can use any supplies. If you have watercolor paint, acrylic paint, tempera paint, colored pencils, crayons, markers. You could add a little hole for where your lace goes through. Again, you guys are the artists. You decide how you want to do it. Now, one of the things that I haven't discussed yet in 5 weeks, which I'm going to go into more depth next week, but what I wanted to talk about is value. So value in art would be the lightness and darkness of something. I'm sure I've touched upon it as I talk about contrast, but in this dance artwork, I did use some value. So I want you to look at that, and I want you to see lights and darks of certain areas. That gives it dimension. Joe, can you show the value scale? So that is called a value scale, and it starts with white, it ends with black, and you have all the different values of white, light gray, all the way down to black. Thanks, Joe. Now what you can do is draw 10 little boxes just for practice, and you can do it later today. And you start with the very first box that's white. And you can do this with a pencil. And then number 10, the 10th box would be as dark as you can color with a regular pencil. You color it as dark as you can, okay? That would be the darkest. And then each box, you shade it a little more and a little more and a little more until you get to that darkest. So you're going from light to dark. And that's just a value practice, and that's called a value scale. But you could do the same thing with color. So if you guys were going to use your imagination for a minute, which I know you do all the time, on this artwork, if I were going to tell you where is the light source coming from, so on this artwork, I made it, again, imagine that there was a light bulb over here, okay? So the light is coming from here and shining this way. So it's lighter on the left side, and the shadow is on the right side because the light's coming from here, so it's lighter, and then darker on this place. So again, that's the lightness. Now, you guys always have a natural light source and an unnatural light source. So what would a natural light source be? Well, a natural light source would be the light from the window, okay, without any other lights on in the room. So if you shut off all your lights in the room, but get the light from the outdoors, you would see the natural light source, and then you would have a shadow on, everything, and you would see the lights and the darks. But when you have a window I have a light on in my room, and I have a lamp on. So I have 3 different light sources right now, which means the shadowing and lighting is not consistent. So anyway, that's just to give you an example, and we'll get more into that next week. But this particular artwork does have lights and darks, and I'll teach you how to do that. That's just an example. So I'm going to put this down. If you need, you could do a screenshot of it if you want to, or I can put it up later if you want. And now I'm going to do this artwork on here with black marker. So you can copy it for practice. It could be a male dancer, a female dancer, any kind of dancer you want. And there's really no, I'm just making it so that you can see the screen as I draw. It doesn't mean you have to draw it exactly the way I am. There's one. Two. I didn't do any songs or dancing today. All right, so we like to play Alexa. How about Alexa, play Saturday by Elton John. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. I didn't want to really play that a couple Saturdays ago because it talks about fighting, and I do not like fighting at all. So, but I do like the song. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. And again, anytime you need a break, jump up, dance around the house, dance around the room, take a break, listen to music. I think it's really nice to listen to music while you're creating your artwork. I am not allowed to play music on here because of the copyright laws on the music. So you can play music and I can pretend. You really don't want to hear me sing while I'm doing this. But I know if I practice, I'll get better at it, right? I'm going to go in the front. I'm getting a little crooked here. You'd like to see my, good luck with that. Oh my gosh, I'll show you my palette in a second, you guys. So I've been reusing because it's good for the environment. So I've been, all right, here's one palette. Okay, so I'm reusing my plate. So what happens at the end of the day is the extra paint gets dried up and it turns almost like plastic. And then I just pour some fresh paint on it. So that's one of my palettes. And here's another one of my palettes. And again, so I put some pink on there. I put different colors on there, but you see the old color below it. So you guys, the palette that you want to use, it depends on the colors. Your palette doesn't have to look like mine. If you want to do pink slippers, if you want to do a blue shoe, if you want to do a red shoe, if you want to do a purple shoe, I always have black and white no matter what it is that we're doing, because again, I'm adding value, so that's the lights and darks. So I always have white and black. And if you are ordering supplies, always extra white and black. Actually, you don't need quite as much black, but we always go through white a lot. You can order, people have been emailing me about orders. Those little bottles, a lot of you are using, the little acrylic bottles you can get at one of the craft stores. You can get a multi-pack with like lots of different colors, which is always fun as well. And then I recommend you guys using the canvas panels, which are thin. That way they won't buckle on you, but you can keep a lot of them and stack them up and they won't be as thick as the regular canvas. So let me finish this right here. It's almost like an X. And then right now it looks like she's floating, so I'm going to put the ground. So I'm going to use a horizontal line, jump over her toe, horizontal line, jump over her toe, finish. So there's my floor. So now she's not floating anymore. Now she's dancing on the floor. All right, we got to dance. Oh, you know what? I think Elton John sings, you know what? Alexa, play Tiny Dancer by Elton John. Ha! Again, Elton John must be on my mind today. But I know he sings about a dancer, so that's cool too. And you guys, anytime you want to, if you want to text in, message in song ideas, and then Joe can pop up a banner, you guys can play it, again, make a song playlist. All right, I love, that's one of my all-time favorite songs, you guys. I was a little kid when that song came out. And let me tell you, okay, so I don't want to do Alexa too quick. I'll do it in a couple of minutes because then your Alexa will be confused. But she's probably confused right now. But I will do, that's one of my favorites. On top of Tiny Dancer. We'll play lots of dancing songs today. So, all right. Again, anything that I'm doing here, you guys can change. You want to change the color of the ground. You want to change the color of the background, the skin tone. So when I painted this, I want you guys to see it up close. Look at all the different colors that I used. So if you were here from the beginning, we discussed Impressionism, Monet, Van Gogh, and all the different colors that they used. It wasn't just a flat colored flower or a flat blue sky. It had swirls of multicolors in it, and you still could tell what it was. Well, that's what I did with the skin color. I used a variety. So the brush stroke follows the direction of whatever it is I'm painting, and I used a variety of color. So I'm going to start with, let's see, here. I'm going to start with like a fleshy skin tone, and I'm going to add some white to it. So again, it could be my skin tone, it could be your skin tone, whatever it is. If you have more yellow in your skin, if you have more brown in your skin, and I'm just using a vertical brush stroke. And remember, the lighter side, I'm going to pretend that there's light over here shining down. So it's going to be lighter on the left side. And this is going to give it dimension so it doesn't look flat. You want it to look flat like a cartoon, that's absolutely okay. I'm just going to give mine a little bit more dimension to this. So I made that part light. Now I'm going to add that fleshy tone without the white, so it'll get a little bit deeper in the value, right? It's not going to be as light. And I'm going to add a little bit of brown. And I'm just mixing it right on my canvas. So I'm just going to, so remember, it's going to be a little bit deeper, a little bit darker as you go towards the right. So even though I showed you a gray, a white, gray, and black value scale, the same is true with color. You could do it with colored pencil, you could do it with crayon. The harder you press, the darker it's going to get. The lighter you press, the lighter the color is going to come out. So you get the idea. And again, I could always go back into it and make it lighter or darker. I could go back into it and add more brush strokes to give it more of a painting look, more of an impressionist look. And you can make it as dark or as light as you want to. I'm not using black, because if I use straight black here, it would really flatten it out. Where I want to use black would be in the shadow area. Again, to make it look dimensional. So 2-dimensional is flat and 3-dimensional has form. This would be giving the illusion that it's dimensional. All right, and we have some flesh color down here. So I'm just going to do the darker side since I have it on my paintbrush. Now, if you're using crayon, you can use like a peach color, or you can mix some other colors into it just to make it interesting. Or you can just use the peach color, or you can use yellow, or you can use brown. I haven't had a brand new box of Crayola in a long time, but the colors that they make are amazing. So I'm sure that they have incredible colors now. And I know that they have multicultural crayons, which I always had in the classroom, which again is another one of my favorite supplies, multicultural crayons. Oops, I just put my arm, I keep telling myself I'm not going to do that, and I always rest my arm on the canvas and get paint everywhere. That's all right. That's how close it is to my skin color, because you can't really even see it. But I can feel it. Let's try a little bit down here. Now, if you are using acrylic paint and you make a mistake and there's something that you don't like, you have to be patient and wait, and you can paint over it. So I just went out of the line. I'm just going to leave it alone and paint over it later. So here I didn't shade it too much. I'm gonna get rid of this paint and put it, I have a lot of that peach color on my brush, so I'm just gonna put it over here. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the brown so that I can make this part here a little bit deeper. The value. And so I want you guys to think about contrast. And if you're new here, welcome so much, but I do talk a lot about contrast. If your shoes are going to be pink, you don't really want your background to be pink. It could be like a value of pink or pinkish purple, but you do want your artwork to still show up. So if I did my background the same color as my shoe, it wouldn't show up quite as well. Let's put a little light in here. I forgot to draw the bottom. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Maybe you're painting this for someone. Maybe it's going to be a gift for your dance instructor or your dance class, for your wall, or for your grandma, grandpa. And then again, the light source is coming. We're going to pretend the light source is right here. So it's lighter and then gets darker. So I'm going to scoop up some light. I'm going to blend it in there to make it lighter. Alexa, play Dancing Queen by ABBA. You can dance, you can drive, having the time of your life. Ooh. All right, let's focus for a minute. Sometimes I like to be silly. Silly Saturday. I was doing shoe Saturday today, but we could have silly shoe Saturday. And again, your shoes can be any color you want. I'm going to make mine pink. Could I put some yellows in there? Of course. Did I pour yellow? Let me see. Yep, I have some. So again, if I want to add some golden tones in here, I can just put some golden yellow in there. Just to make it interesting. You don't have to. Spicing it up a little. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my background because this way I can let this part dry and I won't bump into it with my shoe, because if it's wet, it might bleed. So let's do the background. And again, your background can be any color you want it to be. I'm going to just take some purple and some white and mix it together. And the way I did my background, I just kind of mix it right on the canvas. Just make sure the color that you choose for your background is different than whatever it is you're doing. So here, the green with the tennis shoe. And your tennis shoe could be any color you want to. You do not have to watch me paint the shoe because I drew it out for you. And again, you're designing your own shoe. It could be your shoe at home, or it could be my shoe, one of those, with any colors that you want. Same goes here with the background. If you don't like purple, don't use purple. If you love green, use green. If you love blue, use blue. You want to do pink, just do it a lighter or a darker pink. Make sure that it's a different pink. I just want to make sure that I have contrast. You could do it black, as if she's on stage. Maybe she's on stage and the whole background is black. Just the spotlight is on her. Or him. Don't forget to send me pictures. There's lots of different ways you guys can send me pictures. So I have a website, artistatheart.org. Joe, you can put that up. That's my website, artistatheart.org. And I have photos on there. I have more canvas ideas on there. And you can email me. There's the right across the top of that page. Thanks, Joe. You can email me your photos and anything else you want to say. So if you're on YouTube, email me your photos. And if you're on Facebook, you can tag me, Artist at Heart Paint Party. You can check in at Artist at Heart Paint Party. And you can tag me. Did I say tag me? Message me, check in. Those are the different ways on Facebook. Or again, you can still email me. Now, if you message me, I'll post it for you. Or you can also give me a review. I love you guys that have been reviewing me on Facebook. You can review me on Facebook. You can review me on Google and Yelp. Wherever you guys do reviews, I love reviews. So thank you so much. Oops, I just poked myself in the face with the paintbrush. That was lovely. Not really. So, again, on Facebook, I don't think you could do it on YouTube, but on Facebook, you can write the review on my page. You could see the other people's reviews. And the nice thing about that is you can see everybody else's photos. You can see all the different supplies people are using. You can see the difference in how everyone's artwork is coming out, which is amazing. That's one of the things I love about art so much is it's not going to look like mine. It's going to look like yours. I like to say it's like your handwriting. It's going to look different than everybody else's. It's going to be in your style. You have a style. Even if you've never created art before, the way you hold your pencil, pen, paintbrush, crayon, whatever it is, you hold it a certain way, the amount of pressure you put on it, the style, the line that you create, it's just different, and that's what makes it cool. Because we're all different. So when you're copying, you're learning your ABCs from your teacher. And you're doing your ABCs are going to look different than your teacher's, and they're going to look different than everybody else's. But you still know it's the ABCs. So again, art's the same way. Similar, but different. And I just keep jumping around because I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to do this part last because I keep getting my arm in it. So there's really no right or wrong. It's just, I don't want my arm covered in that purple. And I don't expect you guys to keep up with me. If you are, that's great, but you don't have to. You can, again, you can watch it later. You can start over again later. If you don't like your drawing, you can do it again and do it again and do it again and do it again. And I'm just kind of crisscrossing the brush stroke in the background just to make it a little interesting. Change it up a little bit. How's yours coming? Everybody good? I ran out of purple, so I just put a little blue on there. And I'm mixing it together. And then this side, to me, didn't have enough contrast, so it's blending together. So I'm just throwing a little bit of blue over there so that it shows up a little bit more. And those of you guys that are sharing this with your school, your classmates, your teachers, your dance school, I love that. I think the more the merrier. I'm so happy to have you guys share with you and have you guys share with everybody else. That's awesome. That makes me really happy. I greatly appreciate your family. So again, if it's blending too much, put another color in there to make it stand out. So I'm just kind of making X's. X, 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 X. X marks the spot. How's it coming? And the same thing with your floor. You can do your, the stage, the floor, wood, tile, whatever it is. I have black on my plate. I'm not even going to wash off my brush. I'm just taking that dirty brush and I'm going to go into the black and then I'll do the pink. So I'm just going to use some horizontal brush strokes for my ground. I'm going to lighten that up because I want the shadow to show. So how am I going to lighten up that black? Did you say add white? If you said add white, you're right. I'm going to add white. So I'm going to first spread out my black. So I overlap the feet onto the floor to make it look like she's standing on the floor. I could have done it right at the top, but it looks more dimensional if I overlap it. Even if you just overlap it a little bit, it gives the illusion that you're standing on the floor. All right, now I'm going to put some white in there. And you could have done white first, it's fine. Let's use some horizontal brush strokes. Lighten it up a little bit. Remember, it's supposed to be lighter on the left, darker on the right to make it give the illusion of a shadow. All right. You get the idea, right? And a lot of times when this is over, I'll go back into my other artwork. Because I tell you guys, you can't change anything until it's dry. It's just the way the acrylic paint works. So I can easily go back into that and change it and add to it. And then come up with a pink or whatever color your slippers are, your shoes. I'm going to use pink. I showed you guys my plate before. So I'm just going to scoop up some pink. Let's start with my ribbon here. So that's really close to the skin color on the screen. It almost looks the same. But I'm going to add a little bit of white to it to give it a highlight, and the white will go on the left side. Just want to make sure you guys can see that. So see how I had a big blotch of skin color in the ribbon, but I let it dry, and now I can paint right over it. So acrylic paint is very opaque. That means you cannot see through it. And sometimes, depending on the color, you can see through it. You just have to give it a second coat. You cannot give it a second coat until it's dry. So you just have to be patient. There's a lot of patience involved in painting. So don't get frustrated. Don't say, she's going, you're too fast, slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm gonna say, nope, watch it again, rewatch it. I tried to give it enough contrast so that you guys can see it. Now the pink, I think, is kind of close to the background. Could your ballet slippers be white? Of course they could be white. I should have left them white just so you would see it better because of the contrast. But I'm hoping it shows up enough for you guys to be able to see it. I love all your ideas you guys have been giving me. Letting me know what people want to paint. And I had someone this morning message me about Teacher Appreciation Week, which is May 4th, that week. So we will definitely be appreciating our teachers that week. And you can create your artwork, you can mail it to them, you can take a digital photo of it and email it to them. However that works. That'll be the week of May 4th. Next week, we're going to be doing lots of fun stuff too. And I'll work on that tomorrow and I'll post it. I'm going to try to have the whole week planned out tomorrow. I think the longer you guys have to see it, and I would say when you see it posted, just hit the button there where it says get notified or get a reminder. I think it says get reminder. And then that way you can remember. So many people forget, but if you get a reminder, that's awesome. You know, our lives have changed so much and we're all just adapting and changing and trying new things and doing things differently, and schedules are really different. So I've tried to be consistent with, doing it at noon. Just, again, it's even for my sake because it helps me remember. And I do it every day, Monday through Saturday at noon, Eastern Standard Time. Just to have a schedule, just to be consistent. So I'll try if I can pull this off to do the whole week, all the ideas for next week tomorrow. I'm waiting to hear back from the aquarium, the Cleveland Aquarium, so that they would come on live from the aquarium, the people that are down there taking care of the fish. So we'll see what happens. But again, I'm waiting to hear back from them. I also contacted the art museum, the Cleveland Art Museum, so I was hoping that maybe they would come on as well. So is that enough contrast for you guys? And again, you could put some light blue in the ground down here on the stage, wherever you think, just as long as you have some contrast and it shows up. It looks very different on the screen than it does here. So this one showed up so much better because it was so much lighter. Let's see if I can lighten it up a little bit. So as you guys are working, you do not have to be finished to come on the screen. Okay? You could be in the process of painting. You could show what you're working on currently. You can show something that you finished recently. You can show us a magic trick if you know a magic trick. See how much better it shows up if I lighten the background? I didn't realize how dark it was. I should have added more white to it. I just want you guys to be able to see it better. Get the idea? Yeah, it's good. All right, so Joe's gonna put up the link. The link says StreamYard. You guys, there's a waiting room. It's called the green room. You guys will get in the green room, but just because you get in doesn't mean you're coming right on the screen. Joe brings you up on the screen. I just dropped my paintbrush on my floor. And then, so Joe will bring you up on the screen. The green room, it only allows so many people in the green room. So if you cannot get in right away, just wait a few minutes and then try again. So you're going to be clicking the StreamYard link that Joe's going to put up there for you. You can say where you're from. You can show us your artwork. You can show us artwork from the past. You can show your whole gallery. Some people have a whole art wall gallery, which is really good. I tried to do my hair today like a ballerina, but I have a little bun. Can you see my little bun in the back? Doesn't really look like ballerina hair. Hi.
Hi. So I'm Ava Turek from Elmhurst, Illinois. And so I did a lot of takes on the ballet shoes. I think this might be a good one. I'm only on the pencil drawing of it. I was doing really good with this one.
Yeah.
I was trying to give it value, and then that happened. Do you happen to know how to remove that?
Is it?
Well, how to remove like wax from it?
Oh, it's crayon?
Yeah.
The only thing you can really do, I don't think you can really scrape it with your fingernail or color over it. So is it too dark?
All right.
Is it too dark?
Way too dark. Yeah.
Try some white crayon. Try some white and some peach.
Okay.
And you can paint over it too.
Yeah, that works. Okay. I do have paint.
Okay.
I just use it because it's easier.
Hi. This is mine from today.
Oh,
people are asking you to do the tennis shoe painting as well.
Oh boy. Maybe let's see how many of you guys come on and then I'll do it. But they can paint it however they want, right?
Yeah. Bye.
Hi.
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 My name is Laura and I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am 9 years old and here's my artwork so far. I decided that I want to do like the straps on the point shoes later because like it's hard to just go around them.
Yeah.
I'm giving this to my grandma because she really likes watching like ballerinas on TV.
That's great.
And like a couple classes ago you said about cleaning your floor. Have you cleaned it yet?
Say it one more time.
Like a couple classes ago you said you were gonna like clean your floor soon. Did you like clean it yet?
Half.
Good.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
this is mine so far.
I like that pink.
And I already did one, but I'm doing one again. Thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome. Thanks for sharing.
There you
I
are.
already did one, but I'm doing one again.
You're welcome. Thanks for sharing.
I
Put it in the picture.
This is mine. I'm Charlotte Smith.
Wow, Kandinsky.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you. Oh, hi.
Hi.
This is mine. This is mine.
Nice. Hi.
My name is Audrey and I'm from Youngstown, Ohio, and this is my art so far.
Great.
Bye.
Bye. Hi. Ooh, look at that. That was the mountains. That was the mountain. Very nice. Those colors look amazing.
Hi.
Hi.
This is mine. Still pretty wet. I did a cowboy shoe,
Ah.
and I still have I'm going to do that back in after the glitter dries. And I really hope you keep doing this after.
Thank you. I'll let you know. I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you.
Pretty wet. I did a cowboy shoe, and I still have
Ooh, that's nice.
do that back in after the glitter dries.
Aw. Thank you.
Keep doing.
Hi.
Benjamin.
I thought you were gonna do the shoe, so I fell behind, but this is mine so far.
I'll do. You know what? I'll do the shoe real quick. I'll do.
And my mom,
What?
my mom, she was asking for what type of canvas do you use that stackable that you said. My mom.
Canvas panels.
What?
Panels. Panel.
Okay.
Canvas panels.
Okay. Thank you.
I have 20 of them. You're welcome.
Ahí estás.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
My art.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Y son tus piernas, dile.
And my mom traced them. Those are my legs.
Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I love it. Thank you.
Bye.
What a great idea. See, think outside the box. Hi, Katie.
Hi. This is mine, and I did the tennis shoe, and I kind of did a leg, but
I love it. No,
I did it based off of my shoe. And I'd like to give a shout out to Karen and Riley from Ohio. They're my cousins.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. I love that Katie did her shoe. She had it in front of her. She was copying it. That's awesome. I love that you guys are doing your shoes on your own without needing me to do it. I'll real quick paint a shoe because you asked me to. Hi.
I forgot to ask. Could you do something maybe for all the people who like Kobe Bryant?
Sure. Or you can easily turn one of those basketball pictures for Kobe. You can put his colors of the team and the number on there, right? So we did the sports theme a couple days ago, but you could just make a basketball silhouette and turn it for Kobe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you customize it how you want to. But thank you. I love the idea.
You're welcome.
For Kobe, right?
Hi,
So
my name is
customize
Dylan. I'm
how
from
you want
Dayton,
to.
Ohio,
Thank you. I love the idea.
and this is mine.
Pretty.
Thank you. And then this is my shoe.
That's awesome.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. So real quick, you guys, I'll knock out a shoe. But you don't need my shoe. You can do your own shoe. I love that you guys are thinking outside the box. You're coming up with things way more than what I was thinking about. All right, so let's see. I got to see what colors I have. Can you see that enough? Hopefully you can see that. All right, so all right, you know what I have on my plate? I'm gonna do it. See if I can do this. I don't usually do it this way, but I'm gonna try. So let's try this part. So I'll leave my swoosh logo white, but again, you guys are doing awesome. You don't need me to show you what colors. I showed you how to draw it, and you can paint it however you want. Or again, get your own shoes. You could be doing this all weekend. Get your favorite shoes, cowboy boots, dance shoes. Once this is over, it's recorded. You can rewatch it and make as many shoes as you want. Do your own thing. You don't need my shoe. You can do your own shoe. Pretend you're a fashion designer or an athletic designer. You can make Kobe shoes. I don't know Kobe's number or sports colors, but you can make shoes in Kobe's colors. I love this. That looks great.
I'm actually a dancer too.
That looks great. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. This is mine from yesterday, and I just added a little bit of stuff to it.
Nice.
And I have another one from today, which I wrote in.
She's working on another one.
Oh, good.
It's just like this.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah.
It's in Queens.
Oh, I love it.
And this is mine.
Oh my gosh, I love that too. And I love it's like,
It's the boots from Wally.
oh, I love it. Where's the magic? No magic today?
What is that?
Thanks, girl. Emma and Bella did some magic today. And Emma and Bella sent me a video of their incredible palm tree over there in Florida because I was whining about the snow in Cleveland. And I asked them if they could magically create a palm tree in my yard. Oh my goodness. But the snow's melting. It's supposed to get into maybe 50 today. So the snow's melting. I think snow's really pretty, but you know, April rolls around and I'm over it. I'm done. I do not like snow in April. I like my flowers. Could put a little, let's see. Could do this part here.
Hi,
Hi.
I've got a magic trick.
Oh,
I have one crayon in the box. I can make them disappear.
okay.
Gone.
Here we go.
Back.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Benjamin. You guys are funny. All right, so again, you want to have contrast. So I did red, maybe I do black, maybe I really like to use whatever color I have on my plate. I actually do have black on my plate, so I can do black again. I try not to waste the paint. Ooh, hi. I like to use whatever color I have on my plate. I actually do have black on my plate, so I can do black again.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
Oh, that looks great.
She does. Can you say I like?
I try not to waste
Thank
comments.
you.
Thank you for watching. That's awesome. So you guys, if you're new, we had a lot of the echoing the very first week or two if you watch the old videos. What happens is if your volume's up really loud, you have to just turn it down a little bit, but don't mute it. Just turn it down a little bit and then it won't be so echoey. And we are on a delay. So when you come on again, like Monday or whenever you come on again, just turn your volume down. And it also helps if you move like your extra gadgets, phones and other devices away. I think that also throws it off a little. But you get the idea, right? You don't have to watch me sit here and paint in the whole shoe. Design your shoe however you want to. I'm just using black because it's what I have on my plate. Nope, that's not the plate. Let's try this one. I'll just finish this real quick. Don't forget, check in, Artist at Heart Paint Party. Message me, Artist at Heart Paint Party. Tag me, Artist at Heart Paint Party. Go to the website, artistatheart.org. Email me. Send me pictures. So you guys, I've had people ask me to keep doing this, which is incredible. It makes me so happy and excited that you love this and you want to keep doing it. And I'm loving it too. And right now, all my jobs are canceled and postponed. And, you know, we're just going to take it a little bit at a time. When I first started this, it was just for the first week. I was like, all right, I'll just get you guys going. And now we're finishing up our 5th
Hi. I'm almost done with mine. I just have to put a little bit more purple at the bottom.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see. If I have yellow, I'll do the swoosh yellow. Again, just so it looks different than the background. Let me see if I have any. Oh, you know, maybe this orange will show up. Orange or yellow? Let's try yellow. Can you see it on the screen?
I just gotta walk right in.
Hi. This is my second one.
Nice.
And I wanted to know, when are we going to do the state building? The White House.
What I was thinking, we would do that closer in May because I want to like tie it into Memorial Day weekend. So like when I do the artwork, I like to try to tie it into something. So I was thinking like the flag, the White House, architecture building. So I didn't forget. I'm trying to plan like different things to do with it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. I definitely like to get into architecture. I love architecture. Architecture are different designs of buildings. I think, Joe, if I'm not mistaken, I know Joe was a big Minecraft person. I think in Minecraft you maybe create architecture. So again, there's just my swoosh. Your laces can be any colors you want. They can be black or white. And then once I put the background in, it'll make the white part pop out, right? And my background could be any color I want it to be. And I don't have any green poured. But you guys get the idea. Do your own thing. Think outside the box, which you are doing, which is amazing. I'm so happy you joined me on this Saturday afternoon. Please stay safe, stay healthy, keep yourself busy, sketch, draw, think outside the box, be kind to each other, pay it forward, hang up your artwork, do something nice for your family. Thanks so much. Have a blessed Sunday, and I will see you guys Monday at noon. Thanks for sharing. Bye, guys.